Good afternoon, students. Welcome in HCP lecture. Today's lecture of Hospital and Clinical Pharmacy, Part 2. Clinical Pharmacy. Okay. And chapter Physiological Parameters. I will start the Physiological Parameter chapter. In Physiological Parameter, this point is most important. Definition, hematological parameters, then biochemical parameters and pathoclinic parameters. Okay. Now see the first point, introduction. Perhaps life is the most mysterious and dynamic existence in the universe. The human body comprises different types cell, tissue and system. Then these have specific important physiology parameters in performing biochemical and biophysical reaction to maintain normal physiology of the body. But any type of the deviation in these parameters show abnormality in that part or system function. Okay, so a chemical pharmacist may be essential to study physiological parameters because of the link between the physician and the patient. Okay, then definition of the physiological parameters. Physiological parameters can be defined as the gases used to check normal physiological form of organ and organelle system. What is the definition of physiological parameter? It can be defined as the gases used to check normal physiological form of organ or organelle system. Okay, then hematological parameters. First is RBC, red blood cell count. Okay, the total RBC count report the number of RBCs found in the CU per mm of whole blood. The normal value of RBCs in human blood are male 5 millions of CU/mm, then female 4 to 4.5 millions per CU/mm, and fetus 8 millions per CU/mm. Okay, in male 5 millions per CU/mm, then female 4 to 4.5 million per CU/mm, and fetus 8 millions per CU/mm. Then significance of RBC count. Increase in the number of RBC count indicates polycythemia due to the dehydration, exercise, lack of oxygen, etc. Then decrease in the RBC count shows anemia, leukemia, old age and hemolytic poison, snake poisoning. Okay. Significance is increase in the number of RBC count indicates polycythemia due to the dehydration, exercise, lack of oxygen, etc. Then decrease in the RBC count shows anemia, leukemia, old age, that is hemolytic poison and snake poisoning. Okay. Old age and snake poisoning, that is hemolytic poison. Then packed call volume, that is PVC or hematocrit HCT. Okay, it gives percent by volume of packed RBCs in the whole sample after centrifugation. The normal value is male 0.4 to 54, female 0.37 to 0.47. Then significance, increases in the PVC indicates polycythemia or dehydration. Increases in the PVC indicates anemia or hydration. Okay, the value, normal value in that male is 0.4 to 54, female 0.37 to 0.47. Then significance is increases in the PVC indicates polycythemia or dehydration, and increase in the PVC indicates anemia or hydration. Okay, then B is mean corpuscular volume, that is MCV. It is the ratio of the HCT, that means hematocrit or RBC count. Then MVC is equal to HCT. HCT means hematocrit percent into the 10 divided by RBC count. The size of the RBC is determined by the size of the RBC is determined by the MCV, means mean corpuscular volume. The normal value are 75.99 FL in adult male and female. Then C is the hemoglobin, that is HB. The test count the amount of hemoglobin gm per dl of whole blood and gives idea of oxygen carrying capacity of blood. A decreases amount of HB causes the anemia. The normal value is male 14 to 16 gram %, then female 12 to 15 gram %, infants 16 to 18 gram %. Okay, the normal value is of hemoglobin is male 14 to 16 gram %, then female 12 to 15 gram %, and infants 16 to 18 gram %. Then significance in an increases % hemoglobin indicates the polycythemia and dehydration. A % HB reflects anemia and leukemia. Okay, then D, color index. D is color index. It is defined as the relative amount of the hemoglobin present in the single RBCs. Color index is defined as relative amount of the hemoglobin present in the single RBCs. Then color index is equal to hemoglobin divided by RBC, red blood cells %. Okay, then normal color index is 0.85 to 1.5. Then significance of color index is, if color index less than 0.85, it increases the hyperchromic anemia. If color index is more than 1.50, if color index is more than the 1.15, it indicates hyperchromic anemia. It indicates hyperchronic anemia. Then erythrocyte sedimentation rate, ESR. Erythrocyte sedimentation rate, that is ESR. Erythrocytes have a tendency to settle down because of their greater tendency that plasma and Rolex formation. It a blood with anticoagulant is placed in the long vertical tube. The sedimentation of erythrocytes occurs leaving small clear plasma at the top. It is measured as mm per hour. It is generally measured by the two methods which normal value. Methods is Weintraub and Westergreen, and ESR mm per hour male female, and Weintraub male 3 to 5 and female 4 to 7. In Westergreen 0 to 9 and female 0 to 12. Then significance of ESR, that is erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Deposit the diagnostic tool. ESR is preferred for its prognostic volume for diseases. ESR shows increase in the condition like tuberculosis, leukemia, then pneumonia, rheumatoid arthritis, then malignant tumor and myocardial infarction. ESR shows decrease in the polycythemia, sickle cell anemia, etc. Then advantages is ESR is useful to follow the clinical course of the disease. And second advantage is to distinguish diseases which have almost the same sign and symptoms. Advantages is ESR is useful to follow the clinical course of disease and to distinguish disease which have almost the same sign and symptoms. For example, angina pectoris shows no change in the ESR. Myocardial infarction indicates increase in the ESR. Okay. I will stop here. The remaining part of this chapter I conduct on next lecture. Okay. Thank you.